Lions TV, this is your Thursday club video. We're looking back at Tuesday's home win against Swansea City at the Den, and we're looking ahead to Saturday's game, also at the Den, near on a sellout, as relegation threatened Huddersfield Town under the management of Neil Warnock. How is that guy still going, by the way? Come to SE16. As always, let's wind it back to Tuesday and start out with a starting 11, the start of the match. And so it was an unchanged side for Gary Rowett from the team that won previously at the Majesty Stadium, a 1-0 victory over Reading. Couldn't have any arguments with it. Unchanged side, I did say that in my preview, you know, don't fix what's not broken. And the Lions sort of carried on where we left off because, in my opinion, and it's not a complaint, it's an observation, we're not playing well at all. I actually dread to think what could happen or how far we could go if we was to be playing well, but we've got this real togetherness, we've got this buzz around the club, we've got fantastic team spirit, and we just keep finding a way to win football matches. You know, Swansea come to town, okay, they're on a bad run, but we had a little bit of a voodoo to break, and we did break the duck in this game by winning by 2-1. And I look back and I don't think how, because I've said this before, Gary Rowett sort of invites teams on almost now, and says, okay, come on then, you ain't going to break us down. Now, previously, he'd always been quite defensive. Teams have broken us down, but to the point now where I think we're so confident that we can go on and get something out of the game. But I'll be honest, the game starts and I couldn't see it because we simply could not get the ball. We couldn't get the ball at all. And you can't score goals if you don't have the ball. We had 2 breaks, I think, opportunities to break in that first half, and we didn't quite get it right for whatever reason. And Swansea popped it very, very nicely, yes. However, it's a little bit proof of, this new age football where everyone wants to play for the back and everyone wants to pop from the goalkeeper. Lovely, crisp passing, beating our high press, but getting to a certain point and then not being able to get any further. I don't know whether they got striker injuries or they're a bit light up front, but then coming all the way back and just passing it around a little bit aimlessly at times. Wasn't really getting anywhere with it. The only time they really threatened in the first half was when George Long went walkabout, and luckily for us, the header from their guy was over the bar, I think it was. Yeah, he came flapping there, but he grew in the game and he played well long. He made some good saves in that second half. As I said in my full-time reaction, I think it was 9 shots on target from Swansea, only 3 from us. Some good saves, but also that proves that we're not creating many chances. We never really have, but whether we're doing it through being clinical or sometimes, maybe at times lately, a little bit of luck, we're scoring goals. And I think that played a big part in this game as well, but you can't keep having that luck, These teams, we're moaning about our league position, and you've got these other clubs that are supposedly bigger than us, crowd-wise, budget-wise, fan-base-wise, and we're doing better than they are. So how must they be feeling if we're feeling how we're feeling? We currently sit 6th in the division, 4 points clear of Norwich. Norwich away at Stoke this weekend. Difficult game, they haven't lost since they've beaten us, scoring, I think, 10 goals in the process. And we're at home to next to bottom Huddersfield. We'll get onto that in a minute. The second half, I expected the first half to go that way. So although I was fucking bored to tears, I wasn't too surprised or disappointed. And as we know, shooting towards a cold blow second half, we usually find a way to get things going. And we did. And it wasn't really through quality. It was more through a little bit of, well, look, we applied pressure. We got the balls in the right areas. But a little bit of luck, balls bobbling everywhere in the box. Charlie Creswell strikes. He runs off celebrating, giving it one of them. Was it me or was it you? It was credited to Creswell originally. The next day, of course, it was credited to our 14-goal top scorer, Welsh international Tom Bradshaw. And this just proves sometimes when it's going for you, it's going for you. And Bradshaw scores a goal without even shooting a goal. I'm sure that's probably a first for him, but I'm sure that he wants the goals. And someone said to me, do you think Creswell will be pissed off that it weren't his goal? And I think no. I think as a defender or as any player in the team, you want your striker scoring goals. And although he hasn't actually struck it at goal, the deflection was off Tom Bradshaw and it will go down as he's going. Strange, that will give him confidence. He won't care whether it goes in off his head, his ear roll, his arse cheek, #backside the Bradshaw. It's just unbelievable, really. This a little bit of a run of luck we're getting with that goal. And then the second goal comes. It's actually a good move, our second goal. Fleming comes down the left-hand side into Honeyman. Honeyman moves the ball quickly, head up, onto Vogelsammer. And I said in real time, didn't I, that their goalkeeper does a really good Jordan Archer impression. It's still a shot he should save, but the slide from the Swansea defender has sort of just changed direction a bit slightly, and it ain't massively changed direction, but the keeper was set and it's sort of gone here. He ain't reacted in time, and under that's Vogelshammer. Look, ask someone on paper, what's Vogelshammer done for you? He scored 2 goals in his last 2 games. One was a penalty, and one was a mix-up between goalkeeper and defender, not the cleanest strike. But look, you got to shoot or you don't score, and I'm not knocking Vogelshammer. I'm saying I don't want to say what I was going to say then, because someone said it to me in the week, and I've been thinking it now for a few weeks, because we haven't been playing well, but we're winning games. He said it's just written. It's written in the stars that this is meant to be. And I don't believe in all that shit, but I'm having trouble explaining to you or working out away in my own mind how we've been winning some of these games lately. And again, I'm not knocking it. How can you? We are 6th in the division, 4 points clear of Norwich. And with 9 games to go, looking firmly like we could be in the playoffs. After that, little bit of breathing space. We're actually upper place at that point, aren't we? Because our goal difference would have then been the same as Luton's. However, we've scored more goals, so we go back above them. And by the way, a lot of people saying, oh, you know, this one won last night, that one lost, this one won. I said this a couple of weeks ago. All we got to do now is look below us and bat them down. Right? It's in our hands now. We're not relying on this one to drop points, that one to get a result up north, that place. You know, it's in our hands. Norwich have to rely on us to let ourselves down, and let's just not do it. We are in the playoffs as it stands. We've got 9 games to go. Just keep focused, keep concentrating. If we got to play as badly as that first 45, although we didn't even really play because we just didn't have the ball. We're just chasing. Look, if we can get games like that for 90 minutes for the last 9 games, you won't hear a fucking complaint out of me. It's about results. It's a results business, but especially at this time of the season, the business end of things. Then, of course, we slip down the table 1 place. They come back into the game. Shot, George Long, brilliant save. It's cleared away, and a shot from distance. I think actually deflects off one of his own players, the Swansea guy that struck it. And it flies past Long, wrong foots him in the other corner, no chance. 2-1. And then it was a case of, whether in a storm without really, you know, being threatened too much. And we see the game out in the end. I thought great performances again from Cooper Creswell. I thought Murray Wallace played really well. George Long I've mentioned. I thought Ryan Leonard played really well. So we said before, we struggle to score goals and we need to score more going forward. We have been doing that without really creating many chances, but we've really tightened up at the back. And I found myself in the last 2 or 3 videos saying really strong defensive performance from this one or that one. And we win the game. And of course, as I said, the next day, Norwich drew against our opponents on Saturday, which leaves us in 6th place. Let's move on to Saturday. As I've already said, we face Huddersfield Town. Managed by no eyebrows, Mr. Neil Warnock. You deserved that for Muscat, you did. I cannot believe him and Mick McCarthy are still going in football. I swear they're having a head-to-head so you can keep going for the longest. He hasn't been in charge long. He hasn't really changed their fortunes either. They have won none of their last 5, drawn 2 and lost 3. As I mentioned in the week, they did draw 1-1 with Norwich, who had a player sent off. So they sit, well, that point actually took them off the bottom. We can replace them at the foot of the table. They've got a lot of work to do to get out of the shit. I'll be honest, I don't think they're going to do it. And this is also a little bit of a lesson. Their ex-manager was there, managing Norwich, of course, David Wagner, of going up and doing things the right way. If the unthinkable does happen, I'm sure John Berylson will manage it right, but we've seen teams like Hull, we've seen teams like Cardiff and Huddersfield not manage it right, and they're in danger of imploding and going down again. It is looking like it could happen. It is going to happen because we're going to beat them Saturday. And so this is your pre-match prediction, and here we go. I've always been confident of this win. I would have took a point against Swansea, but we got that now, and that wasn't usually the type of game we would have won. I think that's as big as, you know, the Sheffield United result, because usually at home midweek, not a lot of fans, not a lot of atmosphere, we would have struggled, but we didn't. We are going to beat Huddersfield Town by 3 goals to 0. I'm going for Murray Wallace to get 1, Zian Fleming to get the other, and of course I'm going to back the Bradshaw to notch a 3rd and get his 15th goal of the season. I think that'll be Fleming's 14th goal of the season. 29 between them, 3-0 win, Norwich to draw, 7 points clear, La Boche. And so that's your lot for this Thursday Club. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I will see you in SE16 if you are going on Saturday. It is near on a sellout. I expect it to be by the time we arrive in beautiful South Bermondsey. If you can't make the game, I will be live streaming from around the 2:40 stick. I'll try and get there on time. No, we'll be early this week. We're having pie mash in the box. Should be beautiful. Topped by 3 points. Topped by the UFC London. What a fucking weekend of sport it could be. Or something disastrous could happen. No, it's not going to. I'll see you then Saturday. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.